Call this meeting to order. Are there any public comments? Anybody sign up for public comments?
No, sir.
All right, seeing none, I will close that part of the meeting and move to approving the minutes from August 13th. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Wade,
There.
a second? Anybody?
Second.
Lynn? Call the roll.
Mr. Hayes?
Aye.
Dr. Hinkle?
Aye.
Miss Lynn?
Aye.
Mr. Martin's gone. Miss Smith? Aye. Chair Montgomery?
Aye.
Right there.
Next is update on the fiscal year 2024 grantee funding.
Yeah, I think that's all been completed, and everybody's extremely happy, aren't they?
Yes.
Yes, it went well.
Spending it.
They're spending it, so it's last year went well.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's good news. No problems, no, that we need to
There he
address.
is.
Here he is, coming in on two wheels. Okay, update on the 2025 application process.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So it closed on the 31st. We've got 51 applicants.
Okay.
So Angela and I will need to do our due diligence review and make sure all those are eligible. And then once we complete that, we'll pass them on to you to do your part.
Okay, so 51, what did we have last year, wasn't it? Was
About
it
47, 44, something like
That's what
that.
it'll be this year.
So 51
Yeah.
total, and then it could get culled down to
Yeah.
less than that, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think last year, maybe 3 fell out.
Yeah, 3 fell out.
3 fell out, so it's not a huge amount that
Yeah.
Yeah.
doesn't meet it.
And there were 3 that were funded last year that didn't apply this year.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that they had to, they give a reason?
No,
That you're not aware, okay.
it was the Philharmonic, the Symphony, Primary Care, and then Ethos Youth Ensemble.
Hope Clinic, primary care.
Yes, they didn't apply.
They've gotten a lot of grants and money.
Other
Well, good.
resources.
All right. Do we have a couple $1 million to spend this year in the
Well,
trust fund balance?
Do you want to go ahead and show them the,
Yeah, do you want me to do the?
yeah, go ahead and do that, and then we'll
Okay.
come back to it.
Okay,
All right.
perfect.
What are we going to now?
She's going to show, just a review on the evaluation,
Okay.
just an overview to remind everybody.
While we get there, should we have those the week before Thanksgiving, ready to go and process?
Yes, so timeframe is around the 15th of November to get those over to you guys to evaluate.
Okay.
And they do the first of the year again,
Yes, yes,
Okay.
May 1st.
yeah, so we'll follow the same timeframe. And we'll email out to let you know when those are ready for you to log in and use. We've got to get the password.
Yeah, while they're doing that, there's a technical glitch. We need a password. So John went to get that.
For the Wi-Fi?
No,
To light up the screen here, it's on the little box. So in the meantime, while they're doing that, I would tell you right now, or as of November the 1st, actually, the trust balance was at $66,600,000 and change. So almost 67 million. By the end of the year, it'll probably be pretty close to 67 million, sorry. And so with the trust disbursements, after you take out, if you do the calculation, take out expenses and everything else, we're likely to be about $500,000 for this year. So up pretty good from last year. Now, that's all market
Good.
related. So if we crash tomorrow, that'll change.
Don't say that.
I know. Don't jinx it. But that's a preliminary number right now. So it looks like we'll be up over last year at the very least.
That's good.
Here we go.
Yeah, because we had, I think the total applications were like over like 1.5 or something in requests, so,
No, well,
yeah. So anyway,
that was about, last year it was
kind of roughly about the same.
about the same, so
Yeah. So.
pretty close.
Okay, so this will be how you know you're in the right place. You should see the logo and requesting a login. I'll send out the link again just so that you have it, but this should take you to this site and allow you to log in. And then if you forgot your password, there's a forgot password. You could just click on that and it will email you. If you have any problems or whatever, just let me know and I can go in on the backside and get everything set up. So once you get into the site, you'll have your dashboard, and it will have all the applicants that you need to review. Everything is it should be pretty intuitive. So the bar across the top is pending, so I've got 50 applications pending, so that tells me these are all the ones that I need to review. And then there's if you look on the side, there's a little start button, and so that color coding will help you navigate, so that they use, the red, green, and the yellow. So you can go through one and not necessarily score it and come back, so you have the option to go back and forth with it. So once you click on an application, it'll take you to this screen. Remember, it's a split screen, so on one side is where you're going to put in your score and evaluate, and then the other side is the application itself. And then document view at the top, you can click on it and allow you to see the attachments. So that was like their board list, their org chart, financials, that type information. And then the application packet next to it, if you click on that, it's a complete PDF. So if by chance you just want to print stuff off versus reading it on the screen, you have that option to do that with that information.
Excuse me, Karen, I hate to interrupt. Right now, mine's showing nothing.
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm good.
You're good.
Okay.
So we'll push those over to you. So once Angela and I do our review and make sure, then all the ones that are eligible we'll push over. So then you'll actually have this information. So when you're scoring, you'll scroll all the way to the bottom when you complete, and then when you click the Save button, that lets them know or lets the system know you're done. If for some reason you didn't fill out a question, or say you reviewed it but you're not ready to finish it, you can still save it and it'll put it in pending and you can go back. So as long as you leave a question unanswered, it keeps it pending. So maybe you reviewed it and you're not ready to make a decision about whether it should be funded or not, so you just leave that question blank. You can still click Save and it won't
And you
have it
can
as
go back
complete.
and adjust your scoring if you thought, after you read several of them,
Yes,
as long as you leave that part.
yes. As long as
That
it's
one
still
question open.
in
Okay.
pending, you can go back and readjust.
But if you do save, it's,
Yeah, you can save regardless, and it'll still save it as a pending versus completed. So it'll only complete it when you've answered every question.
Okay.
So when you click Save, it'll take you to this next screen, and so you can go back to your dashboard, which is the whole overview of everything. You can go, click to go to the next, so it'll just take them in line and take you to the next. So this allows you to kind of navigate in and out. And then this is, so like, I clicked on one, but I didn't answer the questions, but I went down and clicked Save, so now it's a draft, so it's yellow, so I have 49 that I haven't even looked at or started, and I have one that I've kind of glanced through, but I haven't completed scoring. So you should be able to visually tell where you're at in the process. And then see where it says continue and it's yellow, that's the one that I didn't complete. So the yellow indicator is telling me that I still need to go back and complete all the questions for that. So I think once you get in there, it'll start being pretty intuitive for you. And then I provided what the questions are, so you have that to review, to know what you're scoring on. And we were able to add one new thing into it this year. So the very first question will be a conflict of interest statement. So last year you had to verbally tell us that you weren't going to score one. You don't have to tell us that. You just, if you have a conflict with the organization, just click no. It'll take you all the way to it'll skip all the questions and it'll go to the bottom and says, you've indicated you have a conflict, you are not eligible to review this, click save and move on. And then if you click yes, then it'll allow you to score it and review it. So that way you can just self-identify the ones that you have a conflict with and allow you to skip through.
And to refresh our memories, we defined conflict. I remember we talked about that back and forth. I think a conflict was if we're on the board or our spouse is on the board or we're benefiting financially from this.
Right.
Because everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a conflict, just
That would
because
not be
you
a
know.
conflict.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and also, I know that the city council did just update their kind of ethics rules, which may apply here as well. So the legal department will be reviewing those to see if there's any update in the guidance for conflict of interest for y'all.
Perfect.
Maybe I'm reading this wrong. It says, do you have a
Yeah, me
conflict?
too.
And it has no, and it takes you to the end.
It would be yes, wouldn't it?
Shouldn't it be yes?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
That was me, sorry. If you click,
Okay. Just checking.
Easy way to get out of
That was-
all reviewing.
Yes, no, I'll be done in about a day.
Homework's done.
that was a test.
Okay.
Pass.
We caught
Pass,
it.
Carl.
All right, we caught it.
Congratulations.
Okay, all right,
That's why you are chair.
okay.
Get to be
Yeah, I don't know
chair
about
for
that.
another year now, right?
Barely got out of high school. So. All right,
Yes, sorry. So if you click yes, it will take you to
okay.
the end. No, you get to review.
All right. That's good. I'm glad we kind of refreshed that because it's been a year.
Yeah, it's been a year. That's why we thought a refresh would be good.
Yeah.
Okay, so, well, we got the trust balance. Is there anything else to add to that in the agenda? Or is that,
No, I don't think so. We just to repeat, we got to wait till the end of the year.
Yeah.
And things can happen. But the trusts are invested, I don't know the percentages off the top of my head right now. I have to go back and look. But they are in the market on some things, very conservative. So it's not, you don't have a big swing.
right?
But there are some investments that are in private equity or private credit, and those are much more stable right now for a period of time as far as valuation. So if something does happen in the market, a portion of it will be affected, but not all of it.
Okay. We're already down to other business, which we need to bring up something. We got, well, where'd it go? Karen sent me, they got an email with a separate attachment outside of the application. And that's a no-no, according to our rules.
Yeah, we've always not encouraged separate attachments outside of the application unless there was a problem and they let us know. I know last year there was a couple of issues where attaching the financials was a challenge, and so we said, well, just email it to us, and we were able to upload it on our end or, try to assist them through that process. This particular email with the attachment was unsolicited, so it wasn't information that we had requested or asked them to send to us.
So, do we need to discuss what this is?
Yeah, I would think so.
That it's basically a financial budget for Interfaith Dental that was just attached as a separate document to their application, which was sent at the same time as the deadline. It wasn't after the deadline. I really don't know why they did it. I mean, they uploaded their financials. This is just a separate document, and I'm still confused as to what it's for. I really don't know what it's for.
Yeah, it was for whatever reason, the person who was completing the application felt like this was, the way I read it was important, and we didn't have a spot for them to attach it, so they took it upon themselves to email the CIT grants with the attachment.
I'm going to pass it around. It's just a financial.
No, it does. So the question would be, do you want to start accepting unsolicited attachments? The thing is, they're the only, out of all 51 applications, this is the only one that sent it, and it wasn't information that we ask all our applications, all the applicants. So it's additional information that our other applicants weren't sharing.
It appears to me it's their Rutherford County, they got two. It's their Rutherford County budget is what it appears.
They have one in Nashville.
And I assume they must have uploaded their main one that has everything. And then they sent a side deal or attachment of the Rutherford County budget. So
the decision we're making is, do we include that in our application, or does that disqualify them?
well, I think what we're needing to figure out is, do we want to start allowing, somebody to start adding a lot of different attachments,
Yeah.
just.
If you got 51 applications and that's the only thing extra,
Their
doing a good
information,
job of explaining it.
their information is this information is probably within their budget that they did. They just seem like they broke it down
Probably
as a
just somebody
separate-
innocently wanting to,
I don't know.
I don't know, I'm not familiar with anybody in this organization.
I'm not either.
Dentist, and she's like
I think it will probably add more
They want to make sure.
stuff to
In Rutherford County.
them when they're processing here's another attachment versus just I don't really see any need to.
Put something in the verbiage or the language that says no attachments, or however you got it now, and they will not be considered by the committee, so don't attach anything other than the application. And then if something like this comes in, you just shred it and.
That would be a lot easier, because, the information's already in there that they're supplying, but
Could we put something,
relevant than what they've submitted?
could we put
could.
something in there? If
I
they
thought
have
the
an
same
office
thing.
in Davidson County and Rutherford County,
I saw that.
in Murfreesboro, and then one in Nashville,
Because you don't want to put,
at the Rutherford
if
County.
you have any other documents that are pertinent, because then you get bombarded by
Could we do that?
everybody's
Wouldn't that be
everything.
a lot easier?
Can clarify that, on the
I think that's
instruction.
Hey, what were you going to say?
Well, I was just going to ask a couple questions. So I assume Interfaith Dental applied last year.
Yes, and they were funded last year.
And did the submittal process, was it different last year than this year?
No, I think it's just a different person that did
It was
it.
a different person doing it. Did the same person that uploaded the grant information submit this piece?
Yes, I'm assuming so, because the names match.
And when they said that they didn't see a place to upload that, I don't upload stuff into the system, so tell me more about that. Is it very specific that says, hey, this is what you can attach, or is it said upload all, does it say upload all?
Yeah, so the way the grant application, and when you go through and review it, you'll probably see it, but like under the question about the board, it says upload your board agreement here, and so in the finance section, it says upload your financial statements here. In the narrative, in one of the narrative boxes, and you'll see this when you review the application, it's just in parentheses, the comment, I didn't see a place to upload this information, so I'm going to email it to you. So, and the reason there wasn't a place, because we weren't asking, or they chose to upload something different versus this.
I wouldn't support kicking them out because they
Right.
submitted it. But I mean, if we wanted, I do think it's important to be consistent, and I do think it's important to manage the process. So if we want to say, hey, look, if it comes outside of the portal process, we're not going to consider it. I think that's reasonable.
Okay.
If we felt like we wanted to change the portal process because this was relevant and important, I'd be okay with that too. But I think just kind of arbitrarily kicking them out, especially if they were in last year and it's a different submittal, seems a little harsh
A
to
good
me.
organization.
I agree with
And
that.
I've got a thought when I saw that, and I saw it was Rutherford County, and we have these organizations that are multiple, that have, it kind of made it think, I wonder if we couldn't have not this year, but maybe next year, a spot, upload your Rutherford County
Yeah, that's what we
budget
just talked
to
about.
see, so we see where our money's going, not intermixed with all these other places all over the
If you
country.
are a multi,
If you're a multi, I mean,
do this here.
that was what I was thinking when I saw that. But not this year. But I mean, because we get, that thing's pretty, you get to
But I think
fix it
you're
up.
wise to manage the consistency of it, because if you don't, it can get out of hand, and
Yeah.
nobody wants that.
And you just get document after document.
and
But
you don't,
that
on the other
might be
hand, you don't want
something.
one person innocently trying to aid in the process and get kicked out because the whole organization suffers for
Exactly.
somebody trying to do good.
I think they were trying to do a good thing.
Yeah.
Clarify their Rutherford County or their Murfreesboro office.
That's how I read it when I saw it. So,
But now we got to make a choice. If they see that and think it's pertinent, do we consider it? Or we just, and that's where I would think, like Ronnie, just draw the line. Put all this stuff in here.
yeah, their information is in
Anything
there,
else, the committee won't be able to.
including this.
Yeah,
It's-
because we
it's
got too
just
much.
Bigger,
This is hard enough.
yeah. I mean,
And we do get, people do reach out and ask questions in the process. So if they come across something and they're not clear, then they usually reach
There you
out and
go.
say, hey, I think Angela fielded a few questions about not having their 990s complete and what should they do. So there is an opportunity, that people are welcome to reach out to us for clarification. And had they reached out and asked, we certainly would have directed them to upload that budget or, do some kind of
Was there,
adjustment.
did we, and I'm not saying we should, but did we send something back to them to say, hey, you're kind of outside your lane on this?
I did. I responded back with letting them know that, typically we do not accept
Okay.
information outside of the application process. However, that this would be addressed by the committee, and it was their determination as to whether we accepted it or rejected it or how we moved forward.
and we're not rejecting the company, we're just rejecting
The outside
this
submittal.
form that they're sending,
Attachment.
correct? I mean, because they
Yeah.
already have submitted that information.
I would support saying if it doesn't come through that process, then we shouldn't be considering it, because that opens up something I'm sure we don't want to manage.
Yeah.
Is that in the form of a motion, sir?
So moved.
Anybody second?
I'll second.
A second. Call the roll. Do you understand what we just voted, or we're voting on?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Mr. Hayes? Dr. Hinkle?
Aye.
Ms. Lynn?
Aye.
Mr. Martin?
Aye.
Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Chair Montgomery?
Aye. Okay.
So just to clarify then, with that, then we'll respond accordingly to any attachments that we get moving forward with the notation that
That'd be great.
the board has ruled that those attachments aren't accepted outside of the grant application.
That would be good. And Karen, I mean, you deal with this constantly. Adding that extra form that specifies Rutherford County for these multinational deals, you think that's going to help you or help in this process? I think it would help me know where our money's going. Or is it complicating your world?
So as a reviewer, how much do you look at their budget information and how much does that weigh in on your decision? Is it a larger piece? Is it a smaller piece? By this information not being in their application, and it's kind of a double-edged sword, it's incumbent upon them to complete the application as requested and provide the information within those boundaries. And then does it give an unfair advantage because they provided it outside of the application and another agency who might be similar didn't?
Well, no, I'm talking about creating for next
For next year. Oh, okay.
I'm talking
Okay.
about next year, if we added a space for your Rutherford County
It will be very easy
financial.
to do. Yes, we can.
Just so we, and if we're giving $30,000 and their budget is $100,000 in Rutherford County and it's $700,000 for their whole
Yes.
entity, I mean, I would have some different ways I might
No,
look at
that's-
that deal.
Yeah, no, that's very easy to rectify in the application
Okay.
and
So
doesn't.
that's something
create-
we can do in
Doesn't
our
create any more work on our
Meetings
end
before next year, but I
to
just,
do that.
okay. Wow, let's see. Pretty quick. Is there anything else? I mean,
I'm going to, the chair was asked to speak for 1 minute at a habitat gathering, and I'm going to do it. So-
thank you so much. I'm going to be killing ducks. So, yeah, appreciate that. Thank you for stepping up. I did interview on Channel 2. I don't know if anybody saw it. I don't think
yes.
anybody saw
Good
it.
job. You did a great job. Yeah,
You were a superstar.
yeah. Really good.
Can we get a video copy of that?
I don't
Is that up there now?
It's on their website.
Clean cut.
Yeah, I was cleaning, but I did have my duck
Sign my
mounts in the
book.
background.
We'll send a link.
Sign my book.
Thank
We'll send a link for Carl's.
Oh, my gosh.
Appearance.
Right, jam on.
It was a Zoom.
Yeah.
But we did talk about the fund. I mean, it's, you know, I don't know if it got anybody to apply, but
There are
Whatever.
several new ones this year. There are quite a few new ones. Just real quickly, just to review our timeline. So we'll have our initial review, try to have that completed by the 15th of November. We'll release that to you. So you have November 15th through December 31st to complete your reviews. The mid-year reports for the first-year grantees will be completed, they have till the end of November. So we can compile that information and email that out. Not sure if you want to meet right after that to review any of the mid-year report information. And then we have identified that once you complete your review by the end of December, then the first part of January is we'll put all that information together to outline how everything's scored out, and then we'll move through the funding process in January.
and when is the mid-year report?
November 30th is the nonprofit's deadline to have that complete. We've had a few that have already rolled in, but
Okay. So we've got 15th through the 31st
for your, yes,
for our homework.
for your homework assignment. And then just let me know what you guys want to do with
When
the
will we
reports.
be able to see the information?
Say that again?
When will we be able to see this information? On the 15th?
For the new grants, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, around the 15th.
Nag us like last year. Make sure we're on it. That was very helpful.
Yes.
I don't want to wait.
That waiting was painful.
It'll be like we had 22 applicants the day of that hadn't submitted their applications, and they were all rolling in at the last hour, so.
Oh, my God.
Just watching. The deadline was 4:30. There was one that hit at 4:28.
Wow.
Bold.
They made it. Better late than never.
That's it.
Tardy.
Okay, so would the committee like to meet first part of December to hear the mid-year report and then make sure we're kind of, what do y'all think?
I think we can get an email.
Yeah, December's kind of slam jamming.
It's fine with me. What do you got going on in December? What do you got going on?
So we'll do a written report.
I don't know, but I'll.
Do a written one and send it out.
I have.
Okay.
I might start working.
If anybody has questions about the software, just call Angela or Karen on when they're trying to,
Yes.
Angela's saying.
Welcome to call me, but then I'm going to be like, oh, Karen, that's a great.
Let me forward this call. Okay. So, well, do we want to schedule a meeting in January? Now, at this point, at this meeting? We need to schedule one in January.
Yeah.
Okay. What's,
When did we do it last year?
Let's see,
I think it was after the 15th.
January.
Scheduled around my facelift.
It was, we did not.
You did, you remember?
It was after,
oh my God.
it was after Martin Luther King Monday.
We did that. Hilarious.
I remember,
It was
Karen
not because of that.
Jackson. Be honest, it was.
Okay. 21st?
We met last year on the 23rd.
Oh, see,
Look at there.
Okay, can we do the 21st?
my girls
20
helped me out.
I'm good.
21st,
21st, a Tuesday. Everybody good with that?
1:30,
1:30.
got it.
Everybody good with
Send it out.
Everybody's checking their calendar.
Unless I'm
Next
going
meeting, January 21st,
to go to London. I think
2025. Man alive, where's this year going?
September, next year. You can go.
maybe.
All good? Everybody good?
2025.
You good with that?
Oh, wow.
All right. 1:30 on the 21st of January.
The only thing we'll need to do, we'll check with the airport, make sure
Mike.
the
Okay.
and we'll make adjustments.
We
Yeah.
drink ale.
Nothing on the calendar.
All right. If there's nothing else, anybody got anything
On the
else
city
before we
calendar,
adjourn?
thing On that day is the historic zoning. but-
Okay.
Nope. Meeting adjourned.